This is your friendly neighborhood atheist. What's up, everyone? My name's Ethan, and welcome back to Ask an Atheist. Today's episode, we have Jake, the atheist, on. How's it going, man?
It's going well. I'm excited. I don't know. I'm a big fan.
What? Wait, what? That's weird. How'd you get the name Jake the Atheist?
I don't know. It kind of, when I was thinking about making a channel and creating a channel, I think just because I like to go by Jake and I had become an atheist, it just, the label, I guess, seemed like it fit. It sounded nice, rolled off the tongue pretty well. So I don't know. I just went with that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't really know if I wanted like to just have like my first and last name and be like super upfront about that. But
I totally can understand that.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But I just think Jake the Atheist sounds kind of cool. So that's
cool.
I don't know.
All right. Well, you've never been on YFNA before, so please tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I was a former Christian. I grew up in kind of a Pentecostal, a little bit fundamentalist kind of sect of Christianity. I was homeschooled through like middle school through high school. I went to a private Christian school before that. So all of my education was Christian leaning.
Ooh.
Yeah. And as I was being homeschooled later on in my schooling, 6th through high school, you got even more fundamental. You kind of hear about those like the homeschool conventions with those like huge families, and everyone's got the denim skirts and the blue jeans, and that's kind of, we weren't essentially at that level, but we were surrounded by those kinds of people. Okay. So there's a lot of those influences, at least when I was growing up. So that's kind of where I came out of as a Christian, or turned into an atheist out of that. And it kind of started with mostly like my younger brother, his diagnosis with cancer, and then going through that. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was definitely challenging, but it helped me kind of look at things another way and start to ask questions. And it's a little bit of like a cheesy Christian movie kind of plot point at this point, But
what do you mean?
It seems like everybody who leaves Christianity in Christian movies is like, oh, they had somebody in their family die from cancer.
Oh, right.
It's a little bit of a joke, but
yeah, I have had people actually assume I'm not a Christian anymore because I had lost either my grandpa or my brother, and it's like that actually has nothing to do with why I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that have said similar things to me too, and it's not true. Like I can, if I elaborate on it and try and explain to them, like that was maybe where I started, but that's not the reason why. Like I wasn't angry at God or anything, but yeah, it's just hurtful to hear stuff like that from people.
I thought all atheists were mad at God.
Yeah. Which God, right?
Yeah. So how did you get into to atheist activism?
Well, it kind of started, back when I started asking questions. I looked to YouTube for a lot of resources, and I guess people like you and a bunch of other YouTubers who had made videos about this kind of stuff, and it really helped me in my journey and kind of helped me learn more about like critical thinking and just so much more about the Bible than I had known growing up. And
who are some that you that you listened to and helped you during this time?
I listened to Seth Andrews,
Dude, he's great.
The Thinking Atheist, yeah, and like Matt Dillahunty and a lot of those the call-in shows that they have there.
Love the call-in Talk Heathen, AXP,
yeah.
Dude. That sorry, I'll let you continue. I'm just a fan of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. I have a list on my channel, kind of at the bottom, of some of my favorite YouTubers. But yeah, I'm blanking on the rest of them right now. But you can check that list out if you want. Plug for my channel.
Sweet. His channel info is in the description of the video. We do this live on Twitch. If you're watching on Facebook, it helps out if you move over to Twitch. There's a link in the description, and then a few days from now, I upload it to YouTube. For me personally, AXP and Talk Heathen were crucial in my deconversion. You know, I like when I was extremely low, those were like the two things I had once a week because I felt isolated from everybody else. You know, everyone else was Christian around me or Catholic, and I was the only atheist I knew. So that was the only time where I felt like I at least somewhat fit in.
Yeah. For me too. Especially like that, it was nice to kind of at least, you know, see people and listen to people asking the same kind of questions that I had in my head, and, you know, giving answers for them that weren't just the same thing that I had grown up hearing. So that it was definitely nice to hear. But yeah, I was fortunate enough to have at least one or two friends who weren't believers, towards like the later stages of my belief. So it wasn't like I was completely leaving all of my friends behind.
So what do you envision your channel to be?
I don't know. Maybe a mix of things. I don't consider myself to be like anyone super intelligent, or I'm not the smartest guy.
Speaking my language.
Yeah. But I mean, I've ever since I was 15, I've been doing like video stuff, and I do it professionally now. So I feel like I can just add a little bit of my past experience in with my professional video experience and make just some quality looking content that maybe some people can relate to. People might be closer to my age, but I mean, I'm really not picky in what I do and what the kind of content that I make. Just a little bit of my perspective focused mainly on religion and maybe a little bit of politics, because that's always been kind of interesting to me as well. But
how did becoming an atheist affect you, or did it affect you politically in any way?
Yeah, it definitely. I used to be, I think like you, I saw a couple of your tweets talking about this. I used to be pretty conservative as well.
Right.
And you know, once I became an atheist, a lot of the reasons that I had for justifying those conservative beliefs, especially, you know, like anti-LGBTQ stuff, that kind of went out the window along with it. And it was like, well, these are just people, you know, just why would you treat them like any different from other people, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I definitely shifted after leaving the church as well.
Yeah, it actually took me a while to, you know, to unlearn some of the things I learned. Like I used to be opposed to trans women in MMA. Keyword used to. I had learned that I was basing that opinion on bad information, and I didn't really know the whole story. And as I continued to learn and listen to people from the trans community, I learned how wrong I was on that opinion.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're still kind of learning as
you every day? There's times I say things and someone will come back to me and they're like, you know, it kind of sounds like you said this, and I'm like, holy crap, like totally not my intent. I am, unfortunately, I misspeak a lot. You know, I'm not as educated as a lot of the skeptics out there, and at times you phrase things incorrectly, and it's just like crap, that's not what I meant.
Yeah. I definitely still feel like I'm not caught up on everything. I don't feel like, you know, I'm familiar. It just feels like coming from an environment that was so fundamentalist and almost a little bit sheltered. It feels like, you know, exploring all these new things. There's only so much you can, I guess, learn in it and adjust at the you know, at a time. But I'm doing my best, and I hope people will, I guess, give me the benefit of the doubt, because I'm, you know, I want to create a channel and a community that, you know, anybody can really watch and participate in. And that's a little bit of what I gear some of my content towards too. Is I know that it seems really niche, because I know that most of my viewers aren't like people that I know, but I talk to my viewers like they're people that I used to go to church with, or like some of the friends that I don't have anymore. who are still in church. That's kind of how I will orient my content, is in a way that is approachable for them and isn't like condescending or anything to my past beliefs.
That's so important. I try and do the same. I think we need more relatable atheist content. There are plenty of people, you know, handling the more difficult things. I want to appeal to lay people more often. People that typically say you can't talk religion or politics. I want them listening and talking religion and politics.
Yeah.
Bug.
I definitely draw a lot of inspiration from your channel as well. I watched.
Now you're just being nice.
No, I'm serious. I watched that interview that you did with the atheist that turned Muslim, and I thought your questions were like really, really good. You seemed like genuinely like curious, and you weren't. I don't know. I like the way you approached it, and you know, I like your attitude that you have, and maybe I am sucking up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Anyways, yeah, that was an interesting interview, to say the least. And I still am genuinely curious. Like, I've listened to it back, and I still don't fully understand how he got from point A to point B. Because for me, it just doesn't make sense. But I recognize that I still have a lot I need to learn.
Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to have more of those discussions too in the future. And you know, that's as long as it's the same kind of attitude that, you know, we're both kind of looking for. It sounds like it would be a cool thing to keep engaging with.
I think being friendly, you know, and charitable is important, you know, particularly because I have a call-in show, and I want people to want to call in. I don't want them to like dread or feel like I'm just out to get them or to try and make them look bad. Like, I want to talk to people who disagree with me, and hopefully get them to apply some skepticism to their beliefs.
Yeah. And that's another channel that I honestly didn't start out watching in my deconversion, but you know, the street epistemology from Anthony Magnabosco, that I've
the way to go.
I've started watching him, like, honestly, I think it was like the end of last year or something. So I need to catch up on a lot of his videos, but the way he approaches conversations, I really love too. And I can always learn from.
Agreed. I think just continuing to ask the right questions really can make a difference, and it sticks in some people's minds. I hate when a question I was going to have just goes right. Oh, now I remember. So one of the things I wanted to do with Ask an Atheist is not just interview, I guess, skeptical atheists, but all atheists, because believe it or not, there are atheists who have other supernatural beliefs, you know, which actually bewilders me, because if you're not believing in a God, why would you believe in other supernatural things? But do you have any supernatural or paranormal beliefs?
I honestly don't. I'm pretty much in your boat, where, you know, a God belief is, you know, the evidence for a God is kind of on the same level with a lot of the other supernatural claims that people make.
Right.
But one thing that I kind of wish were true sometimes was Bigfoot, because I live in Washington State, and apparently like Lewis County and like South Washington is where Bigfoot is supposed to live or something. So I don't know. That's not really spiritual, but that's just something that, you know, has the same amount of evidence. And I don't know.
If you could go get a camera, set up a camera, do something like that, and start searching.
Yeah, I admit that it's ridiculous and it's probably not true. And I don't like actually believe it's true, but kind of, you know, it'd be kind of cool.
I need to actually have someone who believes Bigfoot call in my show. I've always wanted to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Kaitlyn Beyond says, Jake, have you seen The Conversion with Anthony and Dan before he did Truth Wanted?
I don't think so.
So are you familiar with
Anthony Magnabosco, right?
Yeah. Are you familiar with Objectively Dan?
Yeah. I've seen him on Twitter before.
So Objectively Dan was, I forgot what he specific. I don't want to misspeak, but let's just say he was very, 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 very Christian. And Anthony was on campuses doing questions, and he bumped into Dan before his Objectively Dan. Wow. And it was that conversation that led to Dan becoming an atheist and then atheist YouTuber.
Wow, that's really cool. No, I need to check that out.
If you do have any questions for Jake, whether you're on Facebook or Twitter, drop them in the comments. So in terms of ghosts, aliens, souls, any of that, you lack belief?
Yeah, pretty much. Just without evidence, I don't think I'd stake a lot of confidence in those things.
All right. Here's a real test question. Where are you at on MLMs?
MLMs. Oh, well, a few of my family members are, I don't know if they're like directly involved, but they use products from MLMs, and I'm pretty much against them. I don't really buy into a lot of the tactics that they use. And it's, I've never really bothered, or I've never seriously considered them. I didn't realize how much of a problem they were, before, watching a lot of other YouTubers who kind of specialize in that. I know like GM Skeptic, or no, Genetically Modified Skeptic and his wife, they do a lot of content like that, and it's super interesting to learn about.
It is. It's sometimes scary what some of these MLMs will do to keep people, and how they get them to disconnect from people that just simply ask questions.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, this dude. So I apologize. So for the record, like I am getting ready to move, and I am so bad with change. And when change happens, I become a scatterbrain and I lose my thoughts. Like this not having the sound wall right here, so disorientating to me.
Oh yeah.
It's like completely throwing me off.
Does your voice just like sound different almost in that room now?
It's not only that, it's the feel, like just where I'm at. It's like things aren't right. I need to get it fixed. So I'll be moving Saturday, and then I have to get everything set up right away because I have a show Sunday morning.
Wow. Wow. Good luck with that.
So how does being an atheist affect your personal life, whether it be friendships or potential relationships?
I mean, as far as like friendships go, I'm not too picky. Like I'm not too worried if all my friends are atheists or not. There's a couple of friends that I used to go to church with that I still have a lot of really interesting discussions with online and stuff. And, once I'm vaccinated, I'm sure we'll go hang out and stuff. But I think those make for like good conversations. So I don't know. I feel like as long as you're respectful, and can have a good time with somebody, it doesn't really matter who you're friends with. And I don't have to worry too much about romantic partners because I'm already married, and my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my wife.
You look really young, by the way.
I'm 23 right now, and I got married last year. Actually,
that's what I thought. Okay. Well, I didn't think 23, but man, you got married young.
A little bit, yeah. It was a little bit of an opportunity kind of thing where it was in the middle of lockdown, and we're like, hey, if we did something small, then we could do something big later. Why not? Why not jump on that?
Well, congratulations.
So, thank you.
I know the normal question to ask is when you're having kids, but it actually drives me nuts when people do that, because the assumption that you have to have children because you're married. When I was married, I would get that all the time. Like, why haven't you had kids yet? And it's like, it's really none of your business.
Yeah. We're not planning on anytime soon. My wife just started a new job, and she's pretty excited about that. And
awesome.
I'm just chilling, working from home most of the time.
What do you do? If that's too personal, you don't have to answer that.
No, it's fine. I do like digital content, a little bit of video, like product photos. I work for a small company near,
don't say where.
Close to my house.
Okay,
that's where everybody works, I guess. Close enough to commute to.
The other day, someone on my channel just totally doxed themselves, and I'm like, I gotta pull this whole video down now.
Oh man.
He's like, yeah, so I work for this company in this town, and I'm just like, oh god, dude, you just literally like, don't do that, man, because you never know, especially like with some of us outspoken activists. We get, I don't know about you, I've gotten threats before. It's like, people like threaten you for simply challenging them. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened.
Yeah, I've heard stories of that, and I haven't had any death threats yet. But maybe
Good.
I'll make a announcement, a celebration post when I get my first death threat.
That's why it's another good reason not to use your real name.
Okay. Yeah. Is Ethan Michael your real name? Or maybe we should never know.
I don't know. I guess you'll never know.
Oh no. Okay. Okay.
What else would you like people to know about you? What do you do in your day-to-day life? What's exciting to you?
I don't know. I mean, I like to play games, mostly
What games?
PC games. I like to play a lot of shooter games if I'm playing on the computer. I play a lot of Overwatch and like Valorant, but I like to play with friends and stuff. So multiplayer games are fun too. Everybody loves Mario Kart and Mario games and stuff for consoles.
I'm more of a Mario 64 fan, old school.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I don't have a 64, but I have a Switch, so I could get the remastered version or whatever they came out with.
Nice.
But I did used to play that a little bit. I don't think I ever beat it, but I've played a little bit of everything, and it's pretty fun. So
do you have Smash Brothers?
Yeah, the
on the Switch.
One. Yeah.
Dude, let's set this up so I can kick your butt.
Oh no,
pretty good.
What do you play usually? Who do you play?
Okay, so I guess it really depends on who I'm fighting, but Ike.
Okay.
Bowser, Little Mac, Roy. I feel like I'm missing one person. Oh, and Richter.
Yeah. Oh man, those are all pretty good.
And Ganondorf.
Oh yeah, those are. You like swords? Is that what this is? Okay, gotcha.
I like the big heavy hitters because it feels like once you're just charging that like big boot up or the big hit, and you know they're about to land into it, it's just like you send them flying. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the big hits as well, but not quite as epic looking because I play Kirby pretty much like 99% of the time, and he just has that hammer.
Okay, goodbye, Jake. Have a good day.
I'm sorry. The down B is just too much fun.
No, it's so annoying.
He got nerfed a little bit for the newest one, so he should have been. But yeah, I think was it Melee or something, or maybe Brawl, where he was pretty overpowered. But I've played him for years, so.
Julie Marie says atheists really aren't bad folks. That's kind of the purpose of this show. Not here to argue or tear anybody down, just to get to know other atheists. So you can see that we're all just like everybody else. We just don't believe in a God.
Yep.
Overprotected atheists, send me your friend's ID. So I've been setting up it has, unfortunately, the past couple Fridays I've been too busy, but we were having like a regular thing every Friday at 8 p.m. where we've been playing, gotten a group of people together, played Smash, and chatted on my Discord. So if you're on Twitter, send me your Twitter ID. Same with you, Jake, or not your Twitter ID, your Smash friends ID, whatever it's called.
Yeah, like Nintendo friend code. I don't know what it's
called.
That
thing. But yes.
Yeah.
I actually, I'm kind of old. So my buddy set up my Switch for me because I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would not know how to stream from my Switch either. But yeah.
It's okay. So that part's actually really, I put it away. I would have showed it to you. That part's really easy. You just get this thing called an Elgato. And it's this little USB. You plug it in your computer. And then you take the HDMI, instead of going to your TV, you go into the Elgato unit, and then from the Elgato unit to the TV. And then you can have it on your computer.
Nice. Yeah, that actually is pretty easy. Makes sense.
Yeah, I tried streaming it like for the first time the other day, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think I tuned into one of your Smash streams.
That was the only one because that was the first time I was doing it.
Nice.
I still could. The only time I could really look at the comments was when I was like in between rounds.
Yeah, I remember that. But that sounds fun though. I will definitely get you my info.
Sweet. All right. Serious question. What is your atheist specialty? And here's what I mean by that. Some, are science related. Some are more epistemology. Some are philosophy. Where do you fall?
Oh man, I don't know. I have no idea. Definitely not science. Maybe a little bit of philosophy. Not too much.
Nice.
Not too much though. Although maybe philosophy is going too deep into things. Going too deep into things just really confuses me.
Jackie Baxter says, so sad that atheists cannot all come out of the closet. That's true. It's really sad. Like there's times people message me on Facebook and talk about like the country they're in, that they'd get killed if they come out. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh my God, like just for not believing in a God, people are going to kill you for that. Like that's messed up.
Yeah. I thought about that I had a couple of days ago, was like, I remember when I was still a Christian and super involved in church, I would carry around like some of my schoolwork in this little folder that had like a little red sketched cross on it, and then it just said like, this message is illegal in like so and so countries. It was like some sort of cheesy dramatic like Christian graphic thing, and I was like, I don't know why, but my young mind must have made the illogical assumption that it was like, oh yeah, because people made it illegal, that probably means it's true, right? But the fact that atheism is illegal in other countries as well, it's like, you know,
right,
the argument kind of falls apart at that point. But
agreed.
Yeah.
Overprotected atheist, Ethan DM'd you my friend code. Jackie, lucky to live in the UK where atheism is on the rise. That's awesome.
Nice.
I hope atheism continues to go on the rise in the US. Because man, is it needed.
Yeah.
Even by me, like all of my atheist friends now are on the internet. Like I only have, I think, one or two in-person friends. But the majority of mine are Christian.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is for me too. Although a little bit of the community aspect, I think I've missed out on from the pandemic that we've been in the middle of. So eventually I'll probably catch up and find some groups. There's plenty of groups in the Seattle-ish area. So what do you think of the community so far? It's really honestly pretty great. Like besides, like theist commenters on my YouTube channel, everyone has been super nice. But yeah, I've had such a warm welcome from pretty much everybody, and I was kind of blown away when my first few videos were, getting so much engagement and stuff like that. Like I don't know. I thought it would be harder to do. Like
way to rub it in.
No, not like that. I was just like, why? I didn't think that it would be so like, such a quick thing. Yeah. Like it just seemed like everybody was just, welcome to the club. And, you didn't seem like you had to earn it or anything. And it's sometimes I still feel like I still don't belong or anything like that. And
Same. Like, dude, I have weird cognitive dissonance going on because when I think of atheist YouTubers, I don't think of me. And when people say, like, call me an atheist YouTuber, I'm like, no, I don't put myself on the same level as actual.
Yeah.
I'm not on the level as actual atheist YouTubers. I'm like a pretend YouTuber, apparently.
Yeah. And that's honestly, like, I kind of use your channel and a couple other channels as like a little bit of like a milestone in my head of like, oh, if I get to that point, then I can call myself an atheist YouTuber. And the fact that you don't think you're an atheist YouTuber, no, don't say that, because what am I going to do?
No, not at all. I'm like, no, don't even, like, I don't feel like I can fit in that category yet, despite the fact that it says your friendly neighborhood atheist at the top.
Yeah. I think at this point we should just make the rule real simple. If you've got like the word, if you claim the word atheist on your channel and you make YouTube videos, that's good enough, right?
Well, so here's the downfall to you having the name Jake the Atheist. From what I've learned, YouTube, the word atheist is a red flag for YouTube. So your videos will get auto demonetized and suppressed in the search engine.
Damn.
So it would actually be better. It sucks because on one end, it's like we want to normalize and bring more awareness to the term atheist. So it's not a red flag on YouTube, but then it also affects you and your growth. So it's like, do you keep that name on there? And if so, how do we actually get YouTube to stop recognizing or stop putting atheist as a red flag?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't hit the point where I can start earning money off of my videos, but it doesn't seem like I've been copyright claimed or anything like that, or maybe suppression has been happening, but I don't know. I think I just need to post more videos and see what happens. But,
how often are you posting right now?
I was posting pretty regularly, like in March, but then I had like a live stream with Neil the 604 Atheist that was scheduled for like the beginning of April, and then I think that Star Wars trivia night in April as well sometime. And so I was really pushing to like front load my channel a little bit with videos to like point people to for those live streams. But then, I missed the Star Wars one, and then the interview with Neil got delayed, so I was kind of sitting for 2 weeks, not making videos. But
when are you going to be on Neil again?
I was on his last week, actually, like pretty much this exact same time a week ago.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It's like an atheist YouTuber birthright.
Yeah,
like you have to go on the Neil 604 Atheist.
Oh yeah, it was a fun time. And honestly, when he reached out to me, I was like, hello. I had like maybe 4 videos on my channel. I think I had 4 videos on my channel, and I mean, I guess I only have 5 now, but yeah, I don't know. I take a while to work on videos. Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and just kind of growing up with a background of like video production and stuff. I don't know. I'm way too obsessed with quality.
All right. So how can I improve my quality? Because I'm still an amateur. I don't have like the video editing or streaming experience outside of, setting my camera right here and talking into it. Like, by the way, you have a really good camera. What kind is it?
Thank you. I just have like a Canon DSLR plugged in. It's the Rebel model T3i. No, this one's a T5i actually.
T5i.
It's a little bit of an older model, but the Canon brand, there's a software that you can get that all you do is connect your camera like with a USB to your computer, and it will recognize it as a webcam. And so
really
kind of worked around.
I always wondered how that happens.
Yeah, it's a little janky. It messed up last week when I was in my interview with Neil, and like the frame rate isn't perfect. It's still a little bit.
You're right. It's clear as heck, but it doesn't like it. What's the word I'm looking for? Glitches.
The frame rate. It seems like it's like lower than like a 60 frame rate. It's not quite that standard that like usual webcams get to. So yeah, I don't know. I might have to upgrade eventually, but I don't know. I like the way it looks.
Well, I have a Logitech Brio, and I think that's a pretty good webcam. It's not as clear as yours, but I think it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I have a secondary webcam, just a Logitech as well, that I use sometimes. But yeah, I like the background blur that I can get. But that's just me. I'm a camera nerd.
All right. Well, back to your channel. Where can everyone check you out at, and when can they expect a new video from you?
Oh, yeah. So my channel is called Jake the Atheist, just like my name here, on YouTube. And I was fortunate enough to get the username Atheist Jake pretty much any social media platform. So check me out there. Instagram and Twitter, I think I use most of the time. I've thought about maybe streaming some games, of my own, like on Twitch. I have that set up. I haven't streamed it all yet, but yeah, all my links, if you want to search them. I just bought the domains jaketheatheist.com and atheistjake.com. So if you just go to those, it'll take you to my like bunch of links page. So that's a quick, easy way to remember it. But yeah, I'm working on another video right now. I'm going to say attempting to go into the differences between types of atheism, soft hard atheism, agnostic, Gnostic atheism. I asked a question on Twitter about it a couple of days ago, and the answers have been wildly different. And now I don't know what to do, but I'm still working on that. And
I'm going to have to go take a look at that tweet.
Yeah, I'll just DM it to you a little bit later when I get my friend code.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm working on that, and maybe a couple of 2 weeks, I'm going to say, because I need to get back on the grind.
Sweet. Well, we look forward to seeing more content for you. Jake, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us.
Thank you.
Everyone else, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And if you want to check Jake out, link is in the description of the video. Good night, everyone.